So you guys probably remember the company called Matterport, the company that's used in real estate and other industries. It essentially takes videos or pictures, whatever, it scans the properties and you can actually see the different rooms, the properties without physically being there. Well, that company reported earnings yesterday and their stock today is up almost 25%. And you guessed it, we're going to break down what's going on here, the numbers, EPS, revenue, the growth the company's seeing right now, and we're going to break down the chart. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. It's free. Follow me on X as well, at Stas Talk Stocks. You might as well. Link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee. You're going to need the coffee for this video, and let's dive right into it. So like I said, man, Matterport stock right now is up over 24%, up 51 cents on the day, which for a stock that's $2 per share, that's a big move. And this is coming after we saw the earnings yesterday after the bell. So let's just dive into it. Let's not waste any time here. They ended up doing -5 cents in EPS, or actually no, wrong line there, Stas, wrong line. -4 cents in adjusted EPS, which beat the -6 cents expected, and they also beat on revenue, $40.64 million versus $39.13 million expected. So they beat adjusted EPS and they beat on revenue, and they see Q4 EPS of -5 cents to -3 cents versus the let's see here, 5 cents expected, so a little bit better than the estimates there. And they see revenue of $39 to about $41 million versus the $40.24 million expected. Not bad. And let me see here what else, guys. Revenue for the full year looks like they're projecting $157 to $159 million versus the $156.86 million expected. So pretty good guidance, pretty much right in line with the guidance expectations, and they beat EPS and revenue for the quarter, for the previous quarter, which is awesome. And before we actually dive into the earnings release, we'll break down more numbers, so don't worry. Before we do that, let's take a look at the charts here. So on the intraday, obviously, we're breaking out. We're up 24% on the day, guys. We're well above the highs from yesterday. That's pretty obvious, right? And here on the 5-day, let's peel the layers back a little bit. We can see we were actually uptrending into the earnings report. We can see the stock was under $2 last week, and when earnings came around yesterday, we were floating around $2.10, $2.15, $2.20, and then once the numbers came out, this thing ended up going ballistic. You guys can see we closed at $2.10 roughly yesterday. Numbers came out, and this stock went all the way up to $2.30, which again, a 20-cent move, 50-cent move especially, but a 20% move, or 20-cent move rather, excuse me, guys, is a pretty big move for a stock that is $2. So this thing ran up 10% after the bell cooled off a little bit, and then it ran up even more in the pre-market, or actually no, right at open rather, today. We shot up like crazy, which you guys can see, it went from 220 at open today all the way to 260, and we've been floating pretty much at 260 ever since we hit that point. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, we're starting to break back up here heading into close, which the markets are about to close in less than 30 minutes from now. So Matterport's looking very bullish on the intraday, on the 5-day, on the 20-day chart as well. We're looking very bullish. We're clearly at a multi-week high. We're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross, which is awesome. And here on the 4-hour time frame, guys, we can see we're now breaking above the moving averages for the first time in months. I'm talking since, looks like here the beginning of August. That's the last time we were above the moving average, moving averages. And here we are now in the beginning of November, about 3 months later, we're starting to break out, which is very good for the stock, guys, technically speaking, considering, again, we were downtrending for months, and this thing is down big time from all-time highs. I'm not sure if you all remember, but this went public, I believe, during the craze of 2020 to 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here on the max chart, guys. Yeah, it went public literally at the worst time. Actually, no, that might have been the best time, arguably. Yeah, early 2021 it went public, and, it crashed heading into 2022. I thought for a second it went public in early 2022. That would have been the worst time to go public. So they went public early 2021, got some nice momentum to about 37 bucks per share, which is nuts. And here we are now at 260, guys. We're down big time, and we're still down 80%, 85, 90% from all-time highs. So still not looking pretty, but we could start maybe crawling our way out of this hole with this earnings report. Probably not back to 30 bucks. And to be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this never got back to all-time highs. All-time highs, forget about that with Matterport. But who knows? We could be crawling our way back to $3, $3.50, maybe even higher than that. So let me pull up this investor relations tab very quickly. We'll break down these numbers and then we'll wrap up the video. By the way, if you're finding value, man, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. I was looking at my analytics. I think 25, or no, way more than that. 50% of you, I think 40% of you are not subscribed, which is nuts. So make sure to do that if you guys have not done that already. I appreciate you all as always. So let me show you here what is going on, some numbers here other than the ones that we just mentioned about a couple minutes ago. So Q3 subscription revenue reached $22.9 million, which was a record, up 20% year over year, which we talked about. I think I talked about that on TikTok. Make sure to go follow me on TikTok at Stas Talk Stocks. And we can see Q3 total revenue came in at $40.6 million, above the high end of the guidance range, which is good. Let's see here. Q3 cash used in operations improved 62% year over year, and the company raises their 2023 revenue and non-GAAP loss per share guidance, which we talked about earlier in this video. And this is what I really want to show you guys right now. Let me show you this. This is nuts. So total subscribers increased to 887,000, up 35% year over year, which is insane growth. I mean, that's great, right? Spaces under management increased to 11.1 million, up 28% year over year. That's awesome. And total revenue was up 7% year over year, which we talked about that a second ago. That number was at $40.6 million, and subscription revenue up 20%, which we also mentioned before, and the annualized recurring revenue, ARR, exiting the third quarter was $91.4 million, and the net loss came in at 15 cents per share. Non-GAAP net loss was 4 cents per share, and cash used in operating activities was $15.5 million, an improvement of 62% year over year. And these are some different business highlights. We're not going to run through all of these right now, but just to quickly look here at some of these, they announced their recent collaboration with Procore Technologies, a leading global provider of construction management software, which is great, expanding Matterport's platform ecosystem support for design and construction management software services. And they also introduced the next generation of intelligent data twins and powerful new capabilities fueled by the company's rapid advancements in AI and data science, which is awesome. And they also announced that they've become an Autodesk premium partner, deepening the relationship on digital twin collaboration for design and construction. And membership as an Autodesk Construction Cloud premium partner helps bring Matterport's 4K digital twins to even more construction professionals, which they're not only in the real estate business, guys, they're in other industries as well, which is really good news. And this goes deeper into the fourth quarter and full year 2023 outlook, which we're not going to get too deep into in this video. And if you guys want to look at this for yourselves, just go on Google and type in Matterport Investor Relations, and you'll be able to see all of these numbers. And you guys can see here how revenue's been growing year over year. Different, the different segments here. We have license, services, we have product year over year. You guys can see that growth here, which we're not going to get too deep into in this video. But overall, guys, those are some highlights from Matterport's most recent quarter and a little insight as to why the stock is completely exploding right now. And full disclosure, guys, I'm not an investor in Matterport right now. I own 0 shares of the stock, and I'm actually glad I didn't buy it because this was one that I was looking at probably a year and a half ago. maybe a year ago. I forget exactly how long ago it was, but I think it was at about $10 per share. And looking back with the benefit of hindsight, I'm glad I did not buy it, considering now it's at $2 per share. But yeah, this is one that I was watching on this initial dump off. I believe it was at 37 bucks, like we talked about, and it dumped all the way down to about $10, $9 early 2022. I was looking at it then, but now, I'm kind of coming back around and re-looking at it, right? Gonna do more research, do all that good stuff before pulling the trigger, but definitely watching it right now as it's up 25% and completely breaking out on the 4-hour chart, which it hasn't done that in quite some time, by the looks of it on this chart. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. It's free. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks. And don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo using that link down below or by simply going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit, you get 5 stocks right off the bat, each of which could be valued up to $2,000. And you get a free share of SoFi stock on top of those 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000, guys. On top of those 6 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks, each up to $2,000. I'm telling you guys, this promo is a no-brainer, and the clock's ticking. It's limited time, so use that link down below, or again, go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.